Welcome guys. I know it's been a minute, but today I'm going to be explaining how to sell your collection out with only $50 a month. And the way you will do that is with my brand EDU Academy that I just released. Technically speaking, this is not an ad because it's my product, it's my program. But if you guys don't like that, you guys can click out, it's totally fine, it's your choice. I'm just going to explain every aspect of the program, and it's only $50 a month, so you guys spend $50 on a dinner, so it's just $50 a month on the program, and you actually might make more money than $50 that you invested, and you might learn a lot. So I would suggest you watch the video. Again, you don't need to, I'm not forcing you guys to watch this one. So what is the brand EDU Academy? Well, it is a very exclusive program, and I'm not saying this to sound like luxurious, but there's a reason why it has to be exclusive. But it's a very exclusive program, and the reason why I came up with this program to begin with was because I get hundreds of DMs by people wanting me to mentor them, but only like 50% of you guys actually text back, and only 10% of you guys actually follow through. So I'm wasting a lot of hours on people that aren't even going to follow through to begin with, just by texting them and just explaining what the program is and how I mentor them and what happens. So I just made a program that ties everything together, and there's also a lot of different resources, and there's just like a whole list of all the valuable benefits of the program that I'm going to go over. But basically that is the reason why I started this program and I made it in the first place. So for the brand EDU Academy, there are two plans, and I'm going to go over the basic one first. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys are going to choose the basic plan if you guys decide to join the program, because it is for the normal person. And for the basic plan, it is $50 a month. And remember how I said I have to make it exclusive? Well, these are the reasons why I have to make it exclusive. So let's go over every single one. And for the first one, it is one call with me. So every basic member will have the chance to have a one-on-one consulting meeting with me. So this is everybody, okay? This isn't necessary, you don't need to do it. Obviously I would recommend it because you're paying for it, but every member will get at least one call with me, one-on-one, literally just in a room, in a Zoom meeting together, just together. This is the reason why my brand EDU Academy has to be exclusive, is because if there's 3,000 people, I have to meet with 3,000 people, and I don't have time for that. So it just doesn't make sense. And I guess you can argue, well, it's just one meeting, like how beneficial can that be? Number one, I'm a very fast talker. I talk very fast during these meetings. And this is one example of somebody that I met with just once. Okay, so this guy just wanted to meet once and just talk to me once and just ask certain questions. I answered it. I gave him a lot of game. Obviously, I kept texting him as time went on because I'm not a bad person. Like I try to maintain relationships. So even if he asked questions, I answered. But as you can see, like he sold his first $1,000 in sales because of me. And I only met with him one time. Again, this is another reason why I just can't have a lot of members, is because I can't meet every single person. I don't have enough time. And I'm not hiring anybody else to meet for you. I'm going to be there. Like, you're going to be talking to this voice right here. So we can scratch that one out, and let's go on to the next one. The next benefit is resources. And with resources, every single week I am going to add a new resource. So for example, week 0, which technically isn't week 0, it was just like a freebie that I added. It was mockups that I personally use. There's everything from flared sweats to hoodies to beanies that I personally use for my manufacturers as well. And yes, I actually separate the overlay and the background. I don't know why people don't do that. It annoys me, so I make sure that I do that so it's easier for you guys to design and edit. And the resources for week 1 are all the supplies that I use personally. I made it into a doc, I linked everything, and I'm actually giving this one for free, so it's like a freebie. It will be in the description. I'm assuming I'm doing this because I want you guys to understand my resources that I'll be giving every single week and how useful it is. So just think of it as like a taste test of the program and how useful it is. We can now cross that one out, and for the next one, it is a podcast, and every single week there will be a new podcast, and I'm just going to show you guys an example of the podcasts right now. And for the inventory racks, this again isn't necessary, but like you getting that fucking Big Mac in the morning is not necessary either, but you still do it. That being said, if you're at home, and I actually took a break while I was recording this podcast to go pee, and while I was peeing, I saw a dried up contact on the counter. So I was playing with it while I was peeing, and I actually crushed it in half, and a piece of that dried contact got inside my eye, and I just spent the last 5 minutes trying to take it out because it was stuck in my eye. And that whole situation was just unnecessary. But the reason why I bring that up is because you screen printing at home is fucking unnecessary. But think of it this way, if you buy something and it lasts for a very long time, what do you call that? An investment, you fucking face. That's the reason why most of the things that I mentioned is an investment. You're not buying it like some fucking Chick-fil-A you buy every single week and it disappears after 5 minutes. The podcast is obviously satire and I do cuss. I did bleep it out for the video, but in the original I do not bleep it out. But for example, even with that episode, I literally go over all the supplies that you need on the list, and I literally explain each item, the pros and cons, whether it's worth it or not. And you could literally pull out the list while listening to the podcast, and it's going to be the best optimal experience for your prefrontal cortex when you're learning all these things. And I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I tried to make it interesting and funny with the podcast because I'm young too. I'm not no like 50-year-old that makes a podcast. Like, I'm not trying to listen to no boring podcast, right? So it's obviously way more informative than my YouTube videos because it's longer, number one. Number two, which is the main reason, is I don't have a reason to gatekeep anymore. Like, you guys are literally paying for this, so like I don't need to gatekeep. Like, I'll literally give you guys all the sauce. Like, I'm literally going to like spill everything to give you guys something to look forward to. For episode 3, I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step guide on how to find manufacturers, literally step by step. Like, I'm going to guide you guys through it. And for that week, for the resources, I'm going to give you guys a list of all the manufacturers that I use. And this is another reason why I don't want a lot of people in it, is because, dude, I have been gatekeeping my manufacturer since the day I was born. Okay, so guys, just chill out, you feel me? Like, you guys don't need it. All right, for the next benefit, it is a community, and this is an obvious benefit, but because it's so exclusive, it's going to be filled with people who actually take it serious, not some Joe Schmo who just like, oh, I want to start a clothing brand. Like, they just never follow through. And even with like most Discord servers that are like clothing brand related, like 90% of the members aren't even serious and they just don't even do anything. They're just in it. So the community is going to be way tighter, and I feel like, technically speaking, that's way better, because if you look at every close friend, nobody has like 3,000 close friends. Like, it just doesn't work like that. So I feel like that's better for me and better for a lot of other people as well. So let's cross that one out. And the next one is tutorial videos. This is kind of similar to the resources. So I'll show you guys how to make designs like this. I'll show you guys how to make a website, different statistics that I use for my website, different apps I use, and how to actually use the apps for your benefit. And again, I don't have a reason to gatekeep anymore because you guys are actually paying for this. So I'm literally going to show you guys everything. I'm going to spill everything for you guys. So let's cross that one out. And for the next one, it is access to admin. So I'm going to have a lot of different successful clothing brand owners as admins, and you guys can ask them questions that you can't really search up. So for example, a question that I had is, what is the harmonization number for international shipping for London for pirate ship? Like, you can't even TikTok this answer. So it's just basic questions that you guys might have about a clothing brand or anything relating to a clothing brand, and we could probably answer it for you. So let's cross that one out, and we have one more left, which is the ebook. And I feel like none of y'all are actually watching up till this point because half of y'all don't even take the clothing brand game seriously. But for the 1% of people that actually want to take it seriously, and if you're hesitant about this program, just realize that if you were going to buy the ebook in itself is $50. So instead of just buying the ebook, just buy the program, because you're going to get everything that I just said plus the ebook for free. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what the ebook is, but if you don't, it's 300 pages, 16 chapters, and I literally make it so a 5-year-old could even understand the material. So it just goes over everything about clothing brand. I'm not even gonna go over it because I'm pretty sure most of y'all know. And I also have a satisfaction guarantee, which means that if you don't think it's worth $50, I'll literally give you your money back. Like, this ain't no scam course, you feel me? I'm literally going on one-on-one calls with y'all. There's no dupe version of me. And there's a reason why I keep calling it exclusive, is because I'm not going on no call with some rando, you feel me? Like, who does not care about no clothing brand. Like, I want this to be an exclusive thing that's very small and only certain people are in it. Now let's move on to the VIP. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm thinking like max 10 people in this program. And I'll explain why, but before I do that, I just want to explain that all the VIP members have all the resources that I mentioned previously, but they have a special little section in the Discord server. And with VIP members, you will get a call with me every 2 weeks. And this is more of a mentorship program. Again, I don't really like the word mentorship, but I will literally guide you through the journey. And something that I want you guys to know is before I actually made this program, I was charging $100 per session. So technically speaking, you're getting 2 sessions for the price of 1, if that makes any sense. And with the VIP program, the biggest part is you're literally getting direct access to me. I don't like the word mentor, but I'm literally mentoring you every 2 weeks, and you could text me whenever you want, I'll respond. And you're basically developing a relationship with me. And you know, like that saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, technically speaking, it is true. And I really want to make the VIP more exclusive, and I only have 24 hours like everybody else. So like the basic members, I only meet with them once, but with the VIP members, I meet with them every 2 weeks, which is a lot. And they will have direct access to me, so they could text me whenever they want and I'll answer. Basically just a relationship. I would, again, I don't like the word mentor, so maybe a friend that is helping another friend, if that makes any sense. And the VIP members will also get more exclusive resources, but I'm not really trying to talk about that in the video. But again, if you don't like it, I'll give you your money back for the first month. It's not that big of a deal. And this is an example of a relationship between me and somebody that I mentored, and I'm an honest person, okay? You're literally paying me to be honest, okay? It doesn't make sense if I'm just lying to you to please you. This is another example, and basically this guy just ghosted me for like 2 weeks for some reason. Like, he just didn't respond to my texts. So I said, I saw this account, you know, you should study it unless you quit already, lol. Kind of giving this guy motivation. And this guy in the bottom, he obviously got motivated and he was writing a whole paragraph. So the point I'm trying to make is the program in itself is very useful, especially the VIP program. And for example, if you are literally starting from 0 and you have nothing, I can get you, like, I could get everything set up for you in a month. Like, I promise you I could do that. It will save you a lot of time and a lot of money as well. And I really do recommend you guys to check it out. Again, I have the satisfaction guarantee, so if you guys don't like it, I'll literally refund you guys. And if you guys are buying or trying to buy the ebook, just buy the program. You're going to get the ebook for free and everything I just mentioned as well. So that is the end of the video. Good luck, guys.